guys, I'm going to teach you how to play Peaceful, Easy Feelin'. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you just the way it's supposed to be played without a capo. There will be one bar chord, so if you've been really trying to just get to that next level and get bar chords, this is the perfect song for you. However, don't turn off this video if you are not down for bar chords. I am going to give you like a little couple tips of what you could do to avoid that bar chord and still play it and still sound great. Let's zoom up and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so to start, this entire song has simply one strum pattern. Of course you can mix this up, and I would encourage you to do so if you're more comfortable with your rhythms, but overall you can just rely on the good old classic down, down, up, down, up. Just make sure you got that one first. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay, got it? Good. We're going to do every single part with that strum pattern. Here is the opening of the song. The chords are simply E major to an E suspended 4. It's me putting my pinky here on the G string, 2nd fret. Just play an E, but with the pinky here. I'm going to do one measure of each of those chords for a total of 4 times. Here is your intro. Now, after that comes your verse. The verse, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate first, and then I'm going to go and break it down for you. Here you go. So what did I do there? I basically did 2 rounds of the same thing. So I went to E for a measure, then A for a measure, back to E, and to A again, back to E, for the 3rd time, A, each of those getting 1 measure each, right? And then B7 for 2 measures. That's a B7. That whole thing goes again, goes twice for each of the verses. The chorus is a little bit different. There is the bar chord that's going to happen here. So again, I'm going to show you some cool ways to get around it. But for now, I'm going to go and play it as the bar chord version, as the way I'd play it if I was playing it live. Interlude kind of part. So yeah, that is the chorus. So the chorus, here we go. It's A major for 2 measures. Down, down, up, down, down. That's where he's singing, I got a peaceful, right? And then E for 2 measures. And he's back to A. I know you won't let me down. B7 going for 2 measures. It's not too bad, right? Okay, here's where that bar chord sneaks in. It's E, then an F sharp minor, then A, then B7. So it's E major for 1 measure, F sharp minor. That's me barring the entire 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th fret A string. Pinky is on the D string 4th fret, so they're kind of side by side. And I'm leaning into that bad boy to get all of those notes. So 1 measure of that, 1 measure of A, 1 measure of B7, and that's your chorus, and it goes to the interlude. Okay? Alright, so the little tip for that F sharp minor is, there's a couple things that you can do. The first thing that you can do is you can actually simply just play E major through that particular measure. It would sound like this. I'm going to sing it a little bit so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Because Probably got flagged for copyright, but that's okay. So basically that's E twice. And as you could hear, it didn't really compromise that melody too much because he's singing one note throughout the entire piece. So that E does work okay. It's not what he's doing in the track, but that is definitely going to work. The other thing that you could do is you could simply play an F sharp minor, right? But in a couple of different ways. You could chop this thing up in two different ways. You could just do a power chord. I've got quite a few students who will just go to a power chord in place of a bar chord because they're just not quite ready yet, right? So a power chord F sharp minor would be, F sharp is what this would be, not F sharp minor. It's this 2nd fret E string, and it's 4th fret A string. That's it. So here's what that would sound like. Right? So I get it. It sounds different than the other chords, but it does work and it will get you by. It's a great way to kind of just level up slower than going for the full thing. And the other way to chop this up is to actually simply, here, try this with me. Play an A major, right? So my 2nd finger's on the D string of the 2nd fret. My ring finger, my 3rd finger's on the G string 2nd fret, and pinky here, my 4th finger, that's on the 2nd fret of the B string, right? Well, if I take my A and I move it down, everything goes down one string, so now it's G, B, and high E, and I play just those three. I don't get any open strings. That's actually the top half of my bar chord anyway. So I could do this, although I got to be careful where I'm strumming. I got to strum the higher strings. Here's what that sounds like. Again, it's not quite the same. I know it definitely sounds better with that chord, but in a pinch, those little tips will work. You are very welcome. All right, so after our choruses, you will always get this little interlude. It's basically half of the intro. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you real quick. It's going to go like this. I'm sorry, I totally messed that up. It's going to go. Right? So it's E to E sus4 twice. So it's half of that intro. That happens at the end of the choruses. Okay, so far, here's your structure. And if you're following along on my Patreon page, you're probably really easily following what it is I'm putting down here. Basically, you've got an intro, you've got your verse, you've got your chorus, and then there's interlude that we just covered, then another verse, another chorus, and yet another interlude. After that comes this little solo part, right, where the solo guitar comes in. What that is that's literally just the verse and the chorus again. So it's just the same stuff we just played, but there's no vocals, it's a guitar part. Now after that solo is a pretty cool little part. That is the verse again, actually, so that's easy, but with a little twist. He goes, get this feeling I'm in. Right? So instead of strumming through the E's and the A's on the whole thing, he actually gives it one down strum on that first E. Again, this is right out of the solo. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, then 2 after to that guy. And then he's playing the rest of the verse just as normal. Again, this is the 3rd verse. It's going. We got a chorus again, right? And we've already done this chorus. Now this chorus does have a little catch as well. There's kind of what's called a coda section or an outro section. And that coda section is very simple. So whereas this song would normally go like this, we go. Right? Well, in that final chorus, this E, F sharp minor, A, and B7 actually goes for 7 times. So count that out. 1. 2. Right? And I can keep going. And then 3. Right? And Now I'm not going to go all the way to the 7th one. You don't need me to do that. I'm sure you get it. But do that round of those 4 chords 7 times. E, F sharp minor, A, B7. And then after that 7th time, he just goes to the E there. So the final pass will go. This is the 7th time. And on an E. Alright, you guys, that was my video. I am so happy that you stayed all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, become a Patreon member. Help me to get even better equipment and to make better videos for people just like you. Thanks for tuning in.